Murwillumbah, can you say something about this? Yeah.
उम्मज्ञानतिमरन्नस्य जनञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे. Let me first offer my humble obeisances to my Harinam Guru Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, our dear Srila Prabhupada, and to my Diksha Mantra Guru, my Srila Bhakti Rakshak Srila Maharaj. Let me offer my humble obeisances to our dear Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, and all the acharyas in our line, and to all the senior Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis here today. How glorious it is just to be here, to see the devotees, to be in the company of the Vaishnavas. To speak about Guru Tattva is really an amazing thing. It is such a deep and vast ocean of truth. But let me first say how so much indebted we are to our dear Master Sri Krishna for making so many arrangements in our life, birth after birth, that we can come to this line and gradually develop more and more and more some attraction. Since time immemorial, we've had an aversion for our dearmost friend, the Lord, and his associates. This is the deep disease in the heart of all the souls who have fallen into this Mayic world. And this disease, by the grace of the Lord, by sending his agent, the Acharya, gradually this disease is being cured. And this is a miracle of all miracles that this could happen. There is so much to say, so many slokas that Sri Krishna has given himself in Bhagavatam, and I'm sure the learned Vaishnavis will speak about these things. Acharyam Mam Vijnanayan, these things where Lord Krishna is saying all these hidden truths, mysterious, mystical truths. Who is the Acharya? What is the Guru? Today, maybe we see only one Guru here sitting on an asana. But as we develop our vision a little more, we will see more than one. But in that personality's heart, he is honouring, and see that in his heart there is more than just one. There is another, and there's another, and there's another. Because in the heart of the Acharya, it is so broad and spacious that he can accommodate our entire Guru Parampara. And not just in a formal way, but in such a heartfelt way. He is worshipping the lotus feet, especially on a day like this. How strange it is that the spiritual master is receiving, in the utmost humility, worship of all of us, and he's passing it on to his Sri Gurudev. He's enacting that for the benefit of the world. It is described, there are so many descriptions of what are the qualities of the spiritual master, and they are unlimited, because Krishna is sitting in the heart of the spiritual master. And Krishna is joyous, and everything about Krishna and the atmosphere that surrounds Krishna is ever expanding in happiness. So truth is ever expanding and happy. So the Acharya is situated in an unlimited state of consciousness. It appears to us through the eye that we are perceiving Guru, but that is the most extended aspect of Guru. If we can only surrender and develop a deeper vision. It is totally absurd that someone of my caliber should be standing before the Vaishnavas and speaking, because I've realized one thing, that there is absolutely no substitute for transcendental vision. There is absolutely no substitute for divine love. So, in the absence of these two factors, all one can do, in my position, is simply either imitate or grasp hold of some Shastric advices so that I can start somewhere in my understanding. The spiritual master, he has no mundane reference. For all his reference, he has no connection with this mortal world. He is firmly fixed in the transcendental world, and it only appears for our benefit that he is in this world. He has no attraction whatsoever. Has ever increasing earnestness for the spiritual side and no attraction for the mundane side. This is one of the qualities. So we feel very secure that such a person is capable of taking us beyond this world of illusion. He is trustworthy and reliable because he has no connection with illusion. He is fixed in the absolute truth. There is so much to say about this. It could go on and on and on. But all you devotees know so much about Guru Tattva. Every day we're singing the songs of Thakur Bhaktivinoda, Shivanarottam Thakur. The essence of Guru Tattva and all the Sattvic conclusions are so mystically put into these beautiful songs. So we do know so much. And every day we're singing these songs about Guru Tattva, the mysterious nature of Guru and how Sri Krishna is benedicting it. We could talk about so much. The mercy of Sri Nityananda Guru, how the Guru is actually representing the mercy of Sri Nityananda Guru. That subject matter is vast also. How Nitai was so merciful, so unbelievably merciful, that even those who Mahaprabhu didn't want to have connection with, Nitai would have connection with them. And in this way he delivered the lowest of the low. I will leave it up to more learned Vaishnavas than me to carry on.
Oh, Shamrani will, but in a very brief, in laboratory, in evening classes, from what time it began? Which many days?
What time we started from? 5 o'clock?
In the evening?
No, during the day.
Evening का दो आती.
Oh, evening. 5 o'clock.
So they should all be in classes. They will taken every time and all classes.
Kamajnantimirandasya jnananjanasalakaya Chakshuranjalicharyena tasmai te gurave namah. First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my Parama Aratitama Guru Padma, Nitya-lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotara Sri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my Parama Rajatama Guru Padma, Om Vishnupad, Astotara Sri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj.
Not good. And really, you are my sister. No Guru does it.
Still have to reply.
To all of our Guru Varga and all the assembled devotees. There is no difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru, because the Shiksha Guru is a manifestation of Krishna's personality, and the Diksha Guru is a manifestation of Krishna's form. And this is explained in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Just as our emotions manifest on our body, if we're sad, then we cry. Similarly, Krishna's personality, being Satchidananda, manifests in his body. His body is full of bliss. His body is sometimes trembles when his heart is trembling due to his love for Srimati Radhika. So there's no difference between Krishna's personality and heart and his form. In that way, there's no difference between the Shiksha and Diksha Guru. He may be the same person, just as Srila Gurudev is the Diksha Guru of some and the Shiksha Guru of others, and he may be a different person, just as Prabhupada is my Diksha Guru and Gurudev is my Shiksha Guru. So they're both one and different simultaneously, in the sense that they're different individuals, but they're both manifestations of Krishna. Today it's Vyas Puja. That means that the Guru is being worshipped as the representative of Sri Vyasadeva. He's the manifestation of Akhanda Guru Tattva Baladev. It's also said that he's the manifestation of Nityananda Prabhu. And it's also said that he's the manifestation of Sri Veda Vyasadeva, Dvaipayana Veda Vyasadeva, who is himself an incarnation of Sri Narayan, who is coming from Baladev and Nityananda Prabhu. Who is Vyas? Srila Gurudev gave a beautiful lecture last tour in February on the appearance day of his Guru Maharaj, Murwillumbah Pravishta on Vishnupad Astotara Sri Srimad Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshu Goswami Maharaj. And he explained how the Guru is a manifestation of Sri Vyasadeva. Vyas is also a Hindi word and it means diameter. A diameter goes from the circumference, all points on the circumference, through the center of the circle to the other end of the circumference. So the center of all existence is Krishna. And within that circle of existence is all worlds, innumerable universes. Krishna is the source of innumerable universes, innumerable living entities, spiritual and material worlds. So Vyasadeva is that point, is that line that goes from the center to all the points on the circumference. That means he preaches the glories of the Supreme Advaya Gyan Paratattva, Brajendra Nandan Sri Krishna, the glories of Radha Krishna conjugal, all over innumerable universes. That's his power. And Sri Guru is a manifestation of that same Vyas. He has that power to preach all over innumerable universes. Wherever Krishna is, in innumerable universes, in innumerable spiritual places in Goloka Vrindavan, Guru is there. And he's always manifesting the glories of Radha and Krishna. Gurudev then told the history of Vyasadeva, that Vyasadeva, although an incarnation of Narayan, he showed something very important. In these last few places that Srila Gurudev was speaking, in New Zealand and Fiji, he asked the devotees to stand up and answer this question. I have a direct relationship with God, with Krishna. What is the use of accepting somebody else? What's the use of accepting a guru? So Gurudev himself gave the answer that Vyasadeva himself is God himself, but he's teaching us how we should accept the Guru. Even God does. Vyasadeva had written all the Vedas. He manifested the four Vedas: Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda. And he had four disciples who he put in charge of teaching everyone these four Vedas. Later on, he divided the Vedas further into the Puranas, Upanishads, and for less intelligent people in Kali Yuga, to the Mahabharata, and that was the essence of the Mahabharata is Gitopadesh, Gitopanishad, Bhagavad Gita. So he compiled or authored all the Vedic literatures, but still he was upset, still he was not happy, he wasn't satisfied. So his Gurudev, Sri Narad Muni, appeared before him and said, "Why are you so upset?" So Vyasadeva said, "I don't know, you're the doctor, you tell me." So Narad Muni asked him, "Have you told about the beautiful pastime of Krishna in Vrindavan?" He said, "No, I haven't." "Have you told about Mother Yasoda twisting Krishna's ear, how although Krishna is the supreme Brahman, the absolute truth, the source of all incarnations, the source of all spiritual and material worlds, is being punished by Mother Yasoda?" "No, I haven't. I don't know about that. How can I write about it?" Have you written about how even though Krishna killed Kamsa and all the wrestlers in the arena in Mathura, after he did that, and he and Baladev said, okay, who's the next demon coming? Who shall we defeat? Who jumped on the wrestling arena but Sridham? And he immediately defeated Krishna in a moment, giving Krishna great joy. Have you written about that? How can I? I have no knowledge. And even further, have you written about how Krishna falls at the feet of the gopis? Have you written about how he paints his name at the feet of Srimati Radhika? Because knowing that Nam and Nami are one, Krishna thinks, my name is so much fortunate, more fortunate than I am, although my name is one with me. So if I write my name on Radharani's feet, then I'll also be there perpetually. The embodiment of all praying, the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, I'll also be there too. And then when Krishna begins to touch her feet, his heart trembles, his hand trembles, the breast trembles, and it becomes as a beautiful art, Krishna's own name, at her feet. If God himself is writing and trembling, we can only imagine what that art will be like. So Vyasadeva said, no, I haven't done it. I don't know anything about that. So Narada Muni told him to go in trance. He meditated in the trance of Bhakti Yoga, and Srimad Bhagavatam manifested as the trance literature, that is Krishna himself manifested in the heart of Vyasadeva, and Srimad Bhagavatam was manifest. Then, later on, other acharyas came, the acharyas of the four sampradayas, and they presented their teachings. But as we learn from Sri Navadvip Mahatmya, the source of all the sampradayik acharyas, being the source of all avatars and the source of all existence, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed all these four sampradayas to give a part of the Vedas. And then Sankaracharya gave his Saririka Bhasya, which was defeated more and more and more by the other four Sampradayik Acharyas. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came not to give part of the Vedic conclusions as the other Acharyas, but to give the Vedas Sarva Vedeshaya Bhava, that is the essence of all Vedas, the Achintya Veda Tattva philosophy. The essence of that being Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's supreme gift to the world, Anartita Chiring Chirasrunayavatirnam Kalo. That is, he came to give what no other incarnation or no other avatar ever gave before, and that is the service to Srimati Radhika, the highest Unat Ujjvala Bhav, a Parasiya Bhav that Jiva can attain, and that is service to Srimati Radhika. That same manifestation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, Srila Gurudev himself gave a secret that he himself never even told before, at least in our presence, when he was in New Zealand. And then the next day, he asked his various Shiksha and Diksha disciples, what was the new thing I said? But none of us could get it. He said, the new thing I said is that not only did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come to give service to Srimati Radhika, but Krishna himself came to give that. He manifested so many pastimes, and his supreme pastime is his Vrindavan pastimes and Krsna-lila. And he came to give to the conditioned souls who not only have the swarup of service to Srimati Radhika, but also the sanskars, having performed sanskars from so many millions and billions of lives, Sukriti's spiritual pious activities, so now they have sanskars to develop greed by hearing about those pastimes. So not only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Krishna himself, just as we go all over the world, you go all over Australia or any parts of the world that you live, proclaiming the glories of your Gurudev, so that so many others will benefit and become free from material existence by taking shelter of your Gurudev's lotus feet. Similarly, Krishna also has a Gurudev, and that is Srimati Radhika. So Krishna presented himself and all of his pastimes to ultimately bring those fortunate living entities who have sanskars for that greed to be his servants. Krishna came to claim those as his Guru's disciple. So Srila Gurudev is a manifestation of Radha and Krishna conjugal. He's a manifestation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's a manifestation of Vyas, Narayan, manifestation of Baladev, manifestation of Nityananda Prabhu. So he knows everything. In one class, he said that if you think that, oh, Gurudev knows everything, so I don't have to tell him. that I have a boyfriend or girlfriend. So then you come and meet him, and he says, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. Everything's fine. No problem? Oh, no problem. So I think that I can teach something from him, not knowing who he actually is, who he manifests, who he's a manifestation of. And so, although because Gurudev knows everything, that problem that I haven't told him about and begged him to take away, which he very easily can, goes in like a needle and out like an atom bomb and destroys us. So therefore we're very fortunate that Bhaktistu Bhagavata Bhakti Sangena Parijayate Satsanga Sadite Punsam Susitai Purvasanjitai. Bhakti can only come by the mercy of Guru and by the association and hearing from a bona fide Guru. Even material existence can't be taken away. What to speak of bhakti gotten by such association? And that association of the Guru, that bona fide Guru and pure devotee, comes from many, many millions of births of susiddhis and good sanskars. So we're so fortunate today that because of those millions and millions of births and Krishna's mercy upon us, we have the mercy of Gurudev's association, and we can begin to atomically glorify him. For Premanandi.
Namo Vishnu Padaya
Here.
Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Pratyam Keshavaitina Atimar Parittaya Bhaktanam Sakhaline Jiva Dukkhe Sadapam Nama Prema Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Srivasvanvi Devi Daitaya Bhakti Krishna Sambandari Shri Gaur Karunasha Vande Ham Shri Guru Shri Guru Shri Guru Vaishnava Sarvajatan Sadan Raghunathani Santam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Paridam Santam Shri Radha Krishnapadam Rita Shri My humble obeisances in the lotus feet of my Paramaradhya Srila Gurudev Nitya-lila Pravishtam Vishnupada Shri Srimad Bhakti Prajnan Kesavastani. To my Shiksha Guru Nitya-lila Pravishtam Vishnupada Krishna Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. My own Shiksha Guru like Sapujya Charan Nitya-lila Pravishtam Vishnupada Bhakti Raksha Sri Dhar Maharaj, our whole Guru Pan, top to bottom. My Pushpanjali in their glory. In evening class we will discuss all these things. I will speak some very little for Nikunja Juno Rapite Elisiddhya Jajalirvhi Yukti Rapetchani Taprati Dakshadati Pallabhas Vande Gurosi. What is the meaning? Nikunja Juno Rapite. What is the meaning?
It's master always in the kunja,
What doing?
rendering intimate service
To
the divine couples.
what service is? Very secret.
Pleasing service. Very pleasing service.
Not only. Sometimes to reveal Krishna.
Oh.
So many. cheating Krishna also. So Guru must be like this. Nikunja Juno Rati Keli Siddhe, to serve Radha and Krishna conjugal, especially to Radhika. He makes so many arrangements. Rati Siddhe, Jajali Dhi Jukti Apekshanya. All the means, all the Jukti, arguments, consideration. Method. To cheat their father, mothers, their husbands, their everything, and to meet and to serve Radha Krishna. Very expert in all these things. So we see in our Guru Gayatri, Krsna-nandaya dhimahi, Krishna and Krishna, pleasing both. Anyone can serve, any male can serve Krishna. But to Krishna, who will serve Krishna? Who is Krishna? You know? Radhika is Krishna. Any male cannot serve. Never and never. So, in what form Ratikedi Siddhai? Not in this form. A Guru cannot serve. So, Swamiji, my Gurudev, you know, my Gurudev, Vinod Manjari. Srila Prabhupada, Man Manjari. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, what? Vilas Manjari, and so Rup Manjari, they can serve. Rati Manjari, they can serve. You can tell. If you will give so much things, we are hoping, then I will take care. I know what you do. Any strong leader, they don't. He has cheated them all.
There's one son and he teaches all of you.
So, his Ratikeli Siddhai, Rajali Biju. So I do pranam to my Gurudev, to that very form. In what he is cheating others, even cheating Krishna, and bringing him to serve his Radhika. It must be that. You know, in Chaitanya Charitamrita it has been told, who is the Guru of Radhika? Who is? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, very frankly, openly it has been told, who is Guru of Krishna?
Guru of Krishna. I mean, yes, Guru of Radhika ji ke Krishna.
Guru of Krishna. Yes. So, why not we took shelter in the lotus feet of Guru of Krishna? Our Guru is there. So, Guru is there like that. Not ordinary bogus Gurus who can fall down in a day. In a day, 20 times, 30 times. No. Really, Guru is who can serve Radhika. Otherwise, no Guru. I don't admit them Guru. They can be, no. Partly Guru. Partly Guru. If he has controlled his senses, Vaak Bek, Man Bek, Krodh Bek, Jiva Bek, and he is following totally the instructions of Srila Rupa Goswami. Atyahat, Prayasasya, Utsahat, Nishtya, Dharyat, Dadati, Pratigranati, Guhyam, and all Sannam, Rup, Charitadi. But even he is not like that. Like Rup Manjari, they are not Sati. Or they are partly, maybe, but not fully. The highest quality of the Guru is what? That. So I go down to my Gurudev. All like this. not only one. So, our Guru, not only the Prakash of Nityananda Prabhu or Baldev Prabhu, also to Radhika, and that is highest. Even Baldev Prabhu took shelter of Radhika to lotus feet, you know how? Like an engineer. He took shelter in the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Oh, how beautiful and glorious. So, Bande Guru Shi. So we will discuss all these things from beginning to top, all these things. And you should be ready, whether lady devotees or, and they should discuss about Guru Tattva and begin.
He said that part of Guru, they have qualities, Bhakti Vegan, Manifesta Vegan, etc. For such Guru, it seems also, even that part of quality, also they will not fall. One of the parts of quality,
আংশিকভাবে তারা নিশ্চয়ই তাহলে ফল ডাউন হবে না।
They will not fall down, but they are not toughest.
so the ones that are falling down,
Those who are serving Srimati Radhika personally, they are the highest type of.
so the ones who are falling down, then they're not even part of Guru. Never part of Guru, nothing.
যারা পতিত হয়ে গেছে তারা তাহলে আংশিক গুরুও নয়।
No, never, never.
Which you told in your
That's not even devotee what to tell about Guru. Who can be there? They can be there.
Because they're cheating
themselves, not to others. Cheating themselves. Go, pranam. Oh. You should come one by one.